Hello, loved ones. This is Matt Stevens, and I hope you're doing fantastic. I know I certainly am. And I was going to start off today with something that everybody is pretty familiar with. If a tree falls in a forest and no one is there to hear it, does it make a sound? And I think that pretty much everybody has come to the conclusion, or is in agreement that no, it doesn't really make a sound, but it does make a vibration. All a sound really is that vibration reaching our eardrums, and then our mind interpreting that vibration in what we call sound. So really, sound is not really. I mean, I can't say it doesn't exist, but I mean it does. It does exist in this construct. But as far as the big picture is concerned, it really is just vibration. But then again, everything is just vibration. It's like in Itzhak Bentov's book, Stalking the Wild Pendulum. The example that he uses when we zoom in on an atom. Of course, he's talking about a body part, but I'll go with just any. It doesn't matter. Any atom of your choice. If you were to put that under a microscope and begin zooming in, okay, so now you see the atom. That's fine. The first thing you would probably notice is that it's mostly empty space, meaning, and by that I mean like well over 99% empty space. And that's fascinating in itself, in that we realize, wow, the building blocks of everything is empty. It's not. There's nothing there. There's no there, right? But we will see eventually. We'll see that it has a nucleus in the center, and then there'll be electrons zipping around at various rates of speed and at various distances in orbit and all of that. But then when we keep zooming in on the nucleus and keep zooming in and keep zooming in, the fascinating thing is we realize that that is not really anything either. Because at first we would think, okay, well, at least there's something solid there. But the further we zoom in, we realize that is really just an oscillating field of energy, a vibration. It's just as if when God spoke. I mean, I was raised as a Christian. Not going to get into that, but in the Judeo-Christian Bible, anytime something was created or manifested, it was always God speaking, right? Which creates a vibration from the mouth of God or whatever. So it's like, everything in our construct, everything in our reality is just vibration. And that is kind of the micro. That's when we zoom in. That's when we zoom in on the atom. But if we begin to zoom out from the atom, at some point we realize, well, there's large groups of atoms. Like in the example of the human body. The human body is made up of, I don't know, lots of atoms, right? And lots of different types of atoms. And each one will vibrate at its particular rate, and whatever rate it vibrates at determines what it is an atom of. So as we zoom out, we realize, okay, we eventually zoom all the way out and we see this human body, this avatar. And we realize, okay, so that body as a whole has its own vibration. But now that vibration is made up of the vibration of all of these atoms kind of coming together in like a symphony of vibration, which then makes up the human body. That's cool. That's easy enough to understand. So if we continue to zoom out, and then we eventually see that this planet, this world, is made up of however many atoms and various parts and pieces, and so many human bodies and so many trees and so many everything. And then we realize that the planet, the world, has its own vibration too. And that vibration is what makes up the world. And it has even been measured. It's called the Schumann resonance. It's the sound the planet makes. And I realize what I've already said about sound. Don't don't judge me, right? Anyway, hey, by the way, loved ones, if you have not liked and or subscribed and all that good stuff, would you please I'd appreciate it. Yes, I know that this channel is, it's actually been a lot of fun, right? I've said that. I am more of an audio podcaster, but I'm kind of transitioning to the video and still doing the audio podcast. Yes. But anyway, that's all I got. Please, please like and subscribe and help me grow this channel. I would really appreciate it very much. So we've zoomed out to the planet. Okay. And then when we continue to zoom out, let's say we zoom out past and we're kind of looking down into the solar system. And we've got the Oort cloud, which kind of encases it. And we realize that, wow, that solar system is mostly empty space, right? But it does have what you would consider to be not unlike the nucleus of an atom. And that solar system also has planets kind of orbiting at various rates and various distances and all of that, just like the electrons in an atom do. So it's like, well, that is like a macro version of the micro, the atom. That's pretty cool. But if we continue zooming out and we see the galaxy, the Milky Way, and then we realize as much as that looks, it has its own vibration as well. But as much as we can see there, there's really nothing there. It's mostly empty space. Again, I don't know what the exact number is, but I would venture to guess it's much like the atom or the solar system, probably more than 99% empty space. And so again, we keep zooming out and zooming out. The point I'm getting at is not pretty much, everything is vibration. And in the Kabbalion, it says that all is mind, meaning the Creator became awakened, it became aware of itself, and had the aha moment, and realized that it exists. And in doing that, began creating. But the Creator is just mind. It is. There's no physical brain anywhere. But then again, we've kind of established there's no physicality anywhere anyway. Because when we zoom all the way in on what we call the building blocks of matter, the atom, we realize that nucleus even is an oscillating field of energy. It's just a vibration. It's energy that makes up what we consider to be physical matter. Okay. Anyway, so the all became aware in its mind and began creating. And in creating, causing vibration to happen. Because we know that God, as we were told in old religious teachings, God spoke. And by speaking, creating a vibration. And that caused things to be manifest. That's simple enough. We get that. And anywho, let me get back to my notes. The Kabbalion. First principle, all is mind. Third principle, everything vibrates, everything moves, nothing rests. And in Itzhak Bentov's book, Stalking the Wild Pendulum, where he used the example of zooming in on an atom. And when we realize that it really is mostly empty space, but then the parts that we do think, well, that's okay, well, there's the solid part. Nope, that's just energy, which is vibration, which is caused by, well, I would say it was caused by the initial awakening of the Creator. Because like with the Schumann resonance, the Earth's sound, the Earth's vibration, the entire universe has its own vibration. It's Now, I don't have a singing voice, okay? I can try. Just don't judge me. And we've heard monks and yogis and all of these people, they will be chanting right? So that is said to be the sound of the universe. Okay. Or the vibration of the universe. And fascinating thing about is that if you do, here we go. If you do chant or just to yourself, it is said that you bring your body in resonance with the universe, into harmony with the universe. And that is a fascinating thing, because really, on the spiritual level, what's it all about? Well, we came from the universe, we came from God's mind, and we will be returning to that. Right. Yeah. There's no there's no eternal damnation. I'm not going there. But anyway, I had actually had commented. Here's a channel that I highly recommend. Reginald Martin. He has a channel called Comedic Centered Living, and he's an amazing teacher. He's just anyway. Comedic Centered Living, great YouTube channel. Reginald Martin, amazing man. I'm a big fan, obviously. Yeah, I don't even know what I was getting at, but oh well, that's what it was. We were in a recent video that he did, and I commented on it because he had talked about, like the whole eternal damnation and the threat of hell and all that good stuff. But anyway, so there's that. Anyway, loved ones, yeah, vibration, and the all is mind, and everything is vibration. But also, what it says in the Kybalion, don't let that trick you, I guess, into becoming what is referred to as the half-wise. Don't start thinking, well, hell, if that's all it is, then what's the point? Nothing matters. No, everything matters, because you are in physicality right now. You are here to learn and grow. So don't just kind of sleep on this experience. This experience is very beneficial to you. You are here to learn, grow, and to be the creator that from where you came. So don't kind of sleep on this experience that you are currently in. It's very beneficial to your growth as a soul, as a divine spark of the Creator. Now, some people have referred to this as God school, where meaning God, the Creator, spoke you into existence by creating a vibration. And here you are. And now you are learning to be the creator that God or the Creator is. And it's like I've said before, but we gotta go baby steps, right? Baby steps, meaning learn how to be creative in this in a single life before you go and create worlds. But then again, to be creative in this 3D physical realm is no small feat, because as they say, in the higher dimensions, being creative and making things manifest is much easier. It's almost instantaneous. And I would venture to guess that's only because they don't have there is no time there. So therefore, if there's no time, then there's no time. So there's that. But in this 3D construct that we live in, where we do have the element of time, things are a lot more dense. Things are a lot more complicated. So it's no small feat to learn how to create. But we can, and we do. And we need to, one of the best principles that we need to understand is that everything is vibration. And your voice is vibration. Your thoughts create vibration. All of that vibration is creative. And I'm not going to get into the mirror principle and all that right now. How things are reflected back to you, whatever you think and or speak. But anyway, so loved ones, that's what I got. And yeah, again, please like and subscribe and all that. If you feel like someone who could benefit from hearing this, please share it with them. I would appreciate it. And that's what I got. I do love you. I do. And I will be back directly.